that's not authentic. Because it's a feeling thing, you know?
Right.
But if somebody's literally crying their soul, you don't have to be the best vocalist in the world, Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
He's not the greatest vocalist in the world.
Yes.
But man, it tastes like the greatest wine going down because it's authentic and it's genuine and you recognize that. And I think that that's the thing that struck with Rachel Platten's song. You know, the Fight Song, is that you can hear her crying those words and the struggle behind Fight Song is really there. And people can relate with that and they can feel that.
And
the
respect
authenticity
it too. People
of
respect and love that.
Exactly. And now, you know, she's super powerful woman, so good for her. You know, she is. I mean, when I saw the whole Taylor Swift thing, I think I broke into tears. But it's because Rachel represented the struggling artist that you know I've been working with for years and years and years.
Yes.
And she won. Good you know, she won. She it happened for her, and she got it, and she got her #1, and she's out there and whatever. But and with a song that is about the struggle, which was so beautiful to me and ironic and elegant, you know?
Yeah, and truthful. People like to hear the truth, right?
Yes.
I mean, all of us, we want to look good, we want to look fancy, we want to be accepted, we want to fit in, we want to be right, we want to look right, I mean, it's you got to follow your own voice.
It's true. It is true.
And it's a little scary. It could be a little intimidating. It could be a little confusing sometimes.
Well, people say write what you know.
Right.
You know, that's it. If what you're best at or what your experiences are, right from that. And you know, that is across the board as far as all art is concerned. I know Meryl Streep, and I don't want to. I can't quote her word for word because I don't remember the exact words. But one of my favorite quotes that she said was that she doesn't show up to become the part or become what she thinks the character is. She reads what the character is, and she says, if I were in that situation,
what would I do?
How would I react to that? And how would that affect me? And then she plays from that point, and that's authentic, and that's genuine, and that's what's real. And it's
powerful,
why she's as successful as she is, because people believe it.
Right.
Because it's real. She's showing, and then people are like, oh, I loved her take on it. Well, no, that's how she would act if it happened to Meryl. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I always thought, I don't know exactly what it is, but if you look the quote up, I mean, it's quite popular quote.
It's I guess everybody has a different way to arrive to the truth. I think what's compelling, what's powerful, what makes you wonder, what makes you cry, what makes your heart beat is the sense of truth. Mm-hmm. And,
for sure.
And the honesty. Everybody, this is a circus, New York, and sometimes we see a lot of actors. I have a lot of friends who are so talented, so talented, but you see a lot of people who are in this business for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that they get a break, and sometimes they don't even want to go through the process. They want to skip the process as fast as they can. And it just doesn't work that way, does it? Can we skip the process?
There's a lot of ego in the arts, and I think what people need to recognize is that true creativity flows through the human spigot, but it comes from someplace much bigger than what we are.
Well said.
Well said. The creativity is, we uncover things. I always said, like, as a songwriter, I don't feel like I write songs as much as I uncover songs. I dust away things. I mean, listen to the words that we say when we're writing something. Like, that's not it.
I could have put it better myself.
That's not it. Oh, no, that's it. Well, how do you know that that's it? It's almost as if it pre-existed.
Right.
Well, it probably did.
It probably
You're
did.
just an archaeologist, and you're dusting away and saying, you're uncovering it.
Uncovering,
And when you think of it that way, it takes the ego out of it.
Yeah, the ego has to be out of the equation.
Yeah, it doesn't come from you. It comes from, you're a vessel, and it comes from someone else. There's actually a really, really great video that Elizabeth Gilbert did that I would really, I would encourage everyone, any artist to watch. It's a TED Talk by Elizabeth Gilbert, who was the author of Eat, Pray, Love. and it's fantastic. I think it's called Nurturing Creativity or something, but you can look it up online and
Google it and just
will
always
change
see.
you. It'll change you. It's amazing. But it is all about that. It's about taking the ego out of what art is and just being
Yeah.
a vessel to something bigger.
And give. It's about giving. It's not about taking.
Right. Yeah.
It's such a great feeling when you just give. I don't want to sound like Oprah. This is, dude, I'm not. No, the music video, Dragging in My Heart.
Right.
That was selected for the Long Island International Film Festival, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because I would like to have Lola Reed on the show again.
Sure. I'm sure I could hook that up. Definitely. She comes to New York quite often.
She comes often?
Touring pretty heavily, and she's obviously quite successful. Dragging My Heart, the interesting thing about Dragging My Heart is that it was not originally supposed to be a huge music video. It was something we were like, hey, let's just tell a story, whatever, we'll have you sing along. And we went out with a DSLR camera onto a beach early in the morning at sunrise and started filming her singing along to the song. And we brought a couple props out, and
that was it.
we had a couple ideas of some things that we wanted to do, and we filmed this thing, but the energy of that morning, the authenticity, something just happened and tape happened to be rolling.
Right.
And it was
clicked.
literally,
It was
we're
magic.
talking about a one-man show. Like, it was me with a DSLR camera,
Good for you,
two-man
man.
show.
Yeah.
The one-man show, one-woman show.
One-woman show,
Right.
yes.
And she was just performing there, and we videoed this thing, and it was her with this like antique clock on the beach, and because it was talking about, how time is the only thing that kind of can heal pain and whatever. So we thought, bring a clock. But what it turned out to be, and the ideas that kind of came about, really just kind of snowballed into something so much bigger, and we just happened to have caught it. So after we edited everything and ran it out, I encourage anybody to look it up. It's called Dragging My Heart by Laura Reed. And literally this DSLR thing, we looked at that and then we were like, hey, that was so incredible that we should turn that into a music video. Let's film. And then there's a little bit more production in the other performance thing, which is her with a mask and trying to reveal herself. And we shot that the following day because we knew we had something the first day, and we threw the two together.
Of course, you want to keep that thing going on.
Yeah, and then we were like, oh gosh, we have something. So so the
right.
second day we put some production into the addressing performance of the camera, and then we edited it all together. And like I said, now it's was accepted to the Long Island International Film Festival as an official selection, and we'll see what happens with it.
Beautiful,
so crossing our fingers that
keep our fingers crossed,
we get called for an award. That'd be great.
We gotta keep bringing the fire, bringing all the attention that we can. That's what I do with this show, man, because I know there's a lot of great people out there doing a lot of work.
And you do a great job of exposing people.
Thank you, man.
It's
we have
awesome.
to bring attention and bring interest, and we have to work because everybody's obsessed. All these big stars, once they get there, the big venues, they're highly interested. But what about all the wave of entertainment who are just
as good, if not better.
As good, if not better.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's insane.
And it's, like I said, right time, right thing will put you to the top. And I'm not saying there's not, amazing actors at the top, because obviously
and musicians,
Morgan
and singers,
Freeman's and whatever of the world are absolutely amazing, and musicians as well. But I will say, if you show me any amazing musician that's at the top of their game, I can take you to a show at Rockwood Music Hall or some other small venue and show you an artist that will blow your mind just as much in a small room and intimate, and there's more amazing art that's uncovered nationally than there is exposed nationally. There's only so many national spots.
Well, we can change that. It's about changing things around for each one of us. Carrie, I want to make sure that we got to know we still have time. God damn, it's 7:43. God, time goes so fast. It's not scary how time goes so fast, Patryk. Carrie, she released her debut solo. That's how we say that in Spanish. Solo. Look at the. I can't believe it. That's okay. We'll keep talking.
Okay.
But this is insane. It went already half hour.
It happens.
Do you feel the half hour?
Yeah.
You felt it?
No, no, I didn't feel it at all. It flies by.
So she
So
got her,
Carrie Welling
Carrie
of the
Welling,
Vanity
she
Bells.
got her new, yes,
put
from
out
the Vanity
her
Bells, which
yep, she's been on the show before.
On the show before, yes.
She put out her debut record out of Nashville. It's fantastic. It's especially to me a song called "Getaway Driver." That's at there's the first song on the record, and this is the first half of the record. The second half of the record is still coming, so it's an EP. Second half of the record is a song called "Flames" that she co-wrote with Alex Berger. Just great stuff.
It's
She's
a lot
doing
of.
a great
I noticed
job.
that a lot of singers. Things come to my head. I shouldn't interrupt. I have to learn to do a better job in that end. God damn it. I hate when that happens to me, but ideas come to my head and I have to get it out of my system. And I have to learn to just,
Seems fine.
No, I'm not fine, Patryk. I'm not fine. Oh, man, I need help. Okay. Rules of Cool.
Okay.
The web series.
Right.
Let's talk about that. I checked the video on YouTube.
So,
amazing, those two girls, man.
Yeah. Ashley Kate Adams got in touch with me. Ashley Kate Adams is a producer of AKA Studio Productions here in New York City. Ex-Broadway girl who kind of turned producer.
Which one?
I'm not exactly sure which Broadway play she was in, but she got the bug for producing.
Okay.
She met these two girls, Caitlin Cook and Lacey Jacob.
Okay. They're amazing together. They have all this
great.
fire.
So
like
much
Mary, who I
chemistry.
just met, you brought to
Mary
me.
McMaster,
Mary, we're going to set up an interview with you, girl. You're in the control room with Gloria. See how the game goes. But tell me, so these two girls.
So these two girls came to New York City, trying to be actresses and whatever, and,
Well, they're trying to be actresses, whatever.
Well, no, I'm saying there's only so many parts, and they kept trying.
I know.
Somebody else gets a job and whatever.
You cannot wait for an agent to give you a call.
Eventually, they were like, you know what?
Let's
If I
do
want a
it
part,
then.
let's just create our own content and put it out.
Right.
And so they wrote this comedy called Rules of Cool, and I hadn't done a comedy before, but I love comedy.
I know you do. You're good at it,
humor
man.
is great.
You get great timing.
Thank you.
And timing is not a given.
And so
Don't get too cocky now.
And so Ashley Kate
with
got in touch
that,
with me and was
man.
like, hey, would you be interested in a comedy? I said, send me the script. And when I was reading the script, I was literally like dying laughing out loud when I was reading it. And I was like, I would love to do it. And so we filmed Rules of Cool, 8 episodes of Rules of Cool in 4 days. It was out of control. It was the like longest. I don't mean to say the longest days. They were literally hour-wise. They were the longest days, and it was such a great experience. And they ended up releasing it to the web as like a web series. It did really well. They had the red carpet premiere here in New York City, and came back for that. And it's awesome.
I'd like to meet those girls too. You gotta hook me up with all these people,
I will.
Patryk. I'm putting you in the spot, but what the hell? This is what I do.
I'll send you the girls, and they're great. You'll just laugh your face off.
Are you kidding me? I was checking the clip, right? And they're so good.
Yeah.
You know when energy flows, it's a great feeling.
It is.
Right?
And they were originally roommates, so I think they just kind of turned the camera on themselves. A lot of the humor was written from stories that actually happened to them, you know?
And they have this edginess about them.
Yeah.
They're a little edgy and a little,
great.
when you're a little angry.
Caitlin's got such an addictive laugh, so even when she laughs, you just laugh with her, you know?
Yes,
it's like one of those contagious laughs. where
Yeah,
you're just
but the looks, both of them, they have a striking look. They look different from one another. They have this. I saw a little clip, but trust me, that was enough to see the magic and the talent and the fire going on. It's quite exquisite, man. Now, your books, your poetry. Let's talk about your poetry.
Sure. So ever since I was a kid.
Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Well,
Boy.
2's on its way.
2 was on its way.
So this is not what the final form of these will look like. This is actually just me hashing out all the things. But basically, it's like poetry with paired with illustrations, which is kind of like a Shel Silverstein.
Right.
Except it's just
like we can show just slightly from the distance.
Yeah.
No, let's not get too close, Gloria. I'm afraid of that close up there. It's not that I don't trust. It's that because a little too close, it scares me to death.
But it's
sex poetry.
Sex poetry and bacon.
And bacon.
Yeah.
How
That's what the
come?
name of the first one's going to be.
Okay.
And they're basically just little snacks for the mind, and they come from a lot of different places. I feel like the brand of them is just move my mind for a second, whatever it is, whether it's in the picture, whether it's in the words, whatever it is, just kind of make my mind wake up for a second, you know? Very short, condensed thing. A lot of them are lyrics that never fell into a song,
Okay.
you know? Undeveloped lyrics, but they thought they were clever or whatever.
Why they don't explain that to me?
Sometimes I will sit with a lyric. I'll write, you know, something short, and I figure I'm going to write a whole song around it, and I sit with it, and I sit with it, and I sit with it, and I say, you know what?
Sync.
It kind of stands on its own as like 2 sentences. And I mean, I could write a song like "Lada yada 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 yada," done with song, but it's too short. You can't, you know, it's never going to be a song. So maybe what it is a short stanza poem that needs to be in it. And over my 20 years of writing this stuff, it started to pile up, and I said,
you know what?
well, am I going to just leave them there, or am I going to do something with it? So, you know, take them. I've always been an illustrator, so